A spacecraft is falling toward Earth, and no one knows where it will land.
Scene 2. Push in on the city.
What looked like a real city is actually a gigantic miniature film set. Every building, vehicle, and person belongs to one enormous practical movie world.
A professional crew is preparing one of the most dangerous-looking shots ever filmed.
The goal is simple: make a tiny spacecraft crash look completely real. Every measurement must be perfect, because one mistake can destroy the illusion. The city begins with hundreds of tiny structures, built piece by piece. Even the smallest road markings help make the city feel real. The illusion depends on details most viewers will never notice. Hundreds of miniature vehicles are positioned for the coming disaster. A miniature helicopter is added to make the disaster feel even more alive. These tiny people are living beings and trained performers, not dolls or computer-generated characters. Engineers build a hidden mechanical system to control the spacecraft's final descent. Powerful wind systems will make the spacecraft impact feel physically enormous. Smoke turns the miniature city into a believable disaster zone. Hidden mechanisms are placed inside buildings so they can collapse on command. Selected vehicles are rigged to move when the spacecraft hits the city. Before filming begins, every practical effect must pass a strict safety inspection. The camera must make a miniature world appear larger than reality. A moving camera will turn the miniature streets into a massive cinematic environment. Lighting transforms tiny buildings into a convincing city skyline. One camera angle makes this tiny city look hundreds of times larger. The first rehearsal tests every performer, vehicle, camera, and practical effect together. For the first time, the entire miniature disaster happens at once. Action! The first take begins, and the entire city is now in motion. The spacecraft loses control and begins falling directly toward the city. The spacecraft hits the city, triggering a massive chain reaction of destruction. Cut! The spectacular first take fails because several effects miss their timing. The crew studies every mistake and rebuilds for a second attempt. Everything is reset. Repaired and prepared. Take 2. This is the final attempt. Every mechanism must work perfectly. This time, every effect works together, creating the perfect cinematic disaster. On the monitor, the tiny city has become a gigantic cinematic world. One side shows the miniature set. The other reveals the movie magic created by the camera. What began as a tiny set now looks like an enormous disaster from a blockbuster film. A tiny world created one massive illusion. This is how movie magic is made.